Yeah.
What it be like?
Yeah, it be like the billions. That's what it be like.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Billions
goodness.
with a big B.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's going on, man?
Boy, you know what? Whenever you think it's, everything's kosher, everything's cool.
Right.
All of a sudden somebody says, somebody been in the DMs.
That's what's been going on.
Somebody been in the DMs on the backside.
Up in the DM.
The PGA Tour.
Wow.
Tiger Woods.
Wow.
The LIV Tour. The Saudis. It's all a big soap opera.
Is it really?
It's all a big soap opera, man. That's what it is. It's all a big soap opera. But my thing is, and we're talking about the LIV Tour and the PGA Tour merger. But you know what? I feel some type of way about how it's coming about, though.
What do you mean?
Well, you didn't want me. You didn't want nothing to do with me. You said we were bad people.
Well, they are bad. I mean,
come on
the
now.
people that's financing
are bad people.
Are bad people. They have bad.
They still finance.
Yeah, they. Well,
and now they
see,
CEO.
money trumps everything.
What? I thought you told me it shouldn't.
In this
Mr.
case,
PGA Tour?
In this case, it does, unfortunately.
Mr. PGA Tour, you told me it shouldn't trump anything.
In this case, it does.
But you said it shouldn't. When it was about me, you said it shouldn't. When I was getting the money, you said, you can't believe you just taking the money. Where's your character? Look, how are you going to look people in the eye knowing that you're siding with people that, that attacked our country and blah, 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 and all this other stuff? Well, now you doing it.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, because you can get some money.
Well, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Or is it that we starting to take some of your money?
Well,
well,
I'm not sure it takes some of my money, but it's taking other people to go and make more money, which may take away some of my talent. That's what it may do.
No, I got a feeling that they had a conversation about this upcoming TV deal.
Well, that's what I want to talk about. And Gregor Alrees, I think, I'll stop by and give us some more information about that. I'm a little confused about that too. But I said let's start this thing off with Mike Collins on the Golfers Union. Let's take a listen to this.
There is a very good chance that a player union could come out of this. It definitely could come out of this. Now, I don't know if what has now been put in motion, once that snowball starts going down the hill and it becomes this avalanche, I don't know how you stop it. I don't know if a player union would stop it, but it would be very easy to see in the future the players getting together and forming a union to make sure something like this never happens in the future. And that is the craziness that golf has been for the last 2 years. I mean, it is just from where we have gone from coming out of the pandemic to LIV being created and starting their tour and like launching a year early to where we are now. It is at the speed of light compared to golf in the past, moving at the speed of less than a glacier.
Yeah. So if you were Tiger, just so people are really clear about this, Tiger Woods passed up almost close to $1 billion.
Yeah.
Less than 18 months ago.
Yeah.
To join on with the PGA with the LIV Tour, and not necessarily leave the PGA Tour, just to participate in the LIV Tour. $1 billion now.
That hurt.
And he was convinced to side with the PGA Tour because of his beliefs and how strongly he.
Well, I mean, he's a competent man.
Because we were in this together.
We was in this together. We came in together. We were gonna rock together.
Now, the PGA Tour themselves has taken the $1 billion plus,
right.
and Tiger left holding the bag. Is that all because Tiger couldn't play and hold up his end of the bargain?
Wow.
And single-handedly prop up the PGA Tour? Because let's just be clear. And like you said, we'll talk about it all day long.
Yeah,
let's be
we got
clear.
a lot to talk about today.
Ain't a damn person watching the PGA Tour since Tiger Woods not in contention. Okay? So stop fooling yourself.
Well, that's true too.
But people have started to become interested in, hey, let's go over here and watch the LIV Tour. More entertaining. You said it yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You said it yourself. And you don't even like funny business.
It was
You don't even like funny business. You said it yourself.
It was ironic that, I'm more of a traditionalist, if you will, as it relates to golf. I just thought it was kind of cool that it was different. It caught my attention. They had teams playing against each other and things of that nature. So, with all that being said, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think about it, right? And we always talk about how, in many senses of the word, we are the pulse, whether we like to admit it or not, of how most sports fans and enthusiasts think about certain things.
Right.
The minute you finally took a look at a year in, because they're coming up on that 1 year anniversary, by the way.
Is it? They've only been around a year?
June 9th.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, so once you finally took a peek, which a lot of people probably finally took a peek.
Right.
And became a little more interested.
Right.
And a little more interested. Now the writings is on the wall. And these lawsuits are starting to continue to come about. And a lot of that came out of how the PGA Tour reacted and treated some of the players, some of the things they did, and them trying to sue them, then the players coming back and suing the PGA Tour and starting to win.
Right.
I got a feeling that the writing was on the wall. This is only going to continue to hurt, as they said, the sport. But honestly, continue to hurt the legacy of what the PGA Tour was, and then solidify its place in history and not in our future. And that's the part that they're afraid of.
Wow. That's pretty, you articulated it very, very well.
Just telling you how we feel.
Let's see from Michael Collins on, not only these guys confused, we're confused, the PGA members are confused about the merger. Let's take a listen.
Most of them didn't understand where this had come from or why it had happened after all the things they had heard before. And then immediately my phone starts blowing up as well with text messages from tour players who they too weren't understanding what was going on. That being said, later on my radio show on SiriusXM, Bryson DeChambeau called in and we talked to Brendan Steele, two of the LIV golfers. They are both absolutely ecstatic about the prospect of potentially coming back and getting an opportunity to play some events on the PGA Tour. But I will say this, Brendan Steele said, I left the PGA Tour because I didn't want to play as much. I'm not thinking that now because I might be able to go back onto the PGA Tour, I'm going to play a whole lot more. Bryson DeChambeau was excited about the prospect of now maybe the Ryder Cup is a possibility for him in the future. But I can tell you, the PGA Tour players that came out of that meeting and text me, none of them are happy at all.
Yeah. Please.
So,
yeah.
So why do you think this, I mean, who is the governing body? Like, they got a board and all, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So they got a CEO of the PGA?
Yep.
It
used to be Tim Fincham, but let's see his name.
So
Jay Monahan, yes, right. Jay Monahan.
So he's the one that's so you brought it. My first thought was the TV situation. Because PGA has been on CBS and all those stations like that, and LIV been on like the secondary station, so to speak.
Which let's be again, the demographics show is trending that way.
Right.
It's trending. The LIV had 1 foot or 2 feet firmly planted in the future.
Right.
They weren't even concerned about the past,
right,
and the other deals and all that stuff. They had 2 feet firmly planted in the future, in the trend and where things are going.
Right.
The PGA Tour was trying to get to even considering to be in that process or being on that side, but they're stuck. And if you continue to let your best talent, if you continue to prevent some of the best talent in the world from playing on your tour, guess what you're doing also?
What?
You're preventing some of the best eyeballs and many other eyeballs that watch the sport from coming and watch your tour.
Wow.
The minute you tell the DeChambeaus and the Bruce Koepkas and all, you can't play here, that's what happens. People say, okay, well, I like watching this guy. He's pretty good.
Do you understand it though? I mean,
The merger?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's one statement in here that it says, and with this merger, all pending litigation ends.
Well, yeah, they had, yeah. Both organizations were suing each other. That's the other part about it right there. Yeah.
That's the statement that really matters at this point.
Okay.